welcome to Things Invest, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. For today's video, it is members only. The investment topic today will be Ethereum ticker ETH. I know that I posted a video on Ethereum earlier today, this morning around 10 a.m. on the East Coast. However, with respect to the day so far, how we're trending, it seems that we sold off down from the $2,000 level to currently trading around like the $1,966 level, down about 2.4% so far. So are we seeing more of a dead cat bounce right now, or are we going to see more of a sell-off going? What are we seeing right now, and how we should be trending going forward? What the resistance level should be looking out moving forward? So I'm going to go through a technical analysis to revisit this topic again to see how we're trending and what level to dollar cost average from going forward. So stay tuned, stick around, let's make some money. So moving on to the technical analysis for Ethereum ticker ETH, you could see that as I'm recording around 2:40 p.m. on the East Coast right now, ever since that recording at 10 o'clock in the morning. So this is my second recording right now. Currently, Ethereum is down about 2.5%, trading around like the 1964. Ever since this morning, it's trading around like the $2,000 level. So we broke that resistance level right now, right? And the catalyst of really driving this is mainly driven by the anti-correlation effects from the equity market. You can see that SPY right now on the S&P 500 is up about 0.07%. Also on the Nasdaq, that is currently up about 0.3%. And on Nasdaq, on Tesla and NEO respectively, you could see that Tesla is up about 5% and NEO's up about 3.8% respectively right now, right? So Tesla, you probably saw the article on the media affectation from cars.com, right? Ranking the Model S as the #1 ranking vehicle for American consumers, right? Which subsequently drive obviously a positive media affectation to the Tesla stock, and NEO have some direct correlations to it. And also on top of the fact that Michelle Bowman affectation earlier this morning, which subsequently drives some positive inflationary outlook for the economy going forward, which subsequently provide more confidence to public equity investors at the same time, which is going to have an anti-correlation effects to the crypto market, which you see that on the Bitcoin is down about basically 1.7%, and Ethereum, which is a little bit more volatile, down about close to about 3% so far, trading around like the $1,962 level. So what do we see the price point for Ethereum going forward from here, right? Knowing the fact that we kind of broke through the resistance level of right here, right, the $2,010 level, right? And we were hovering around like the $1,972 level, basically correlating with how we were matching from previous days and the subsequent previous days as well. However, the level of substantiveness is relatively weak, right? You could see that we have that one-time formation here. But what I see the price point for going forward from here is that I actually see some of a sell-off going down to potentially around like the $1,920 level. Because that's like a more substantive level that we should be going down to. Right now, we're just kind of hovering in the air right now without any support that we've tested, right? On top of the fact, you can see that the MACD, you can see that we have that cross section here that will form, and we are forming a relatively wide gap right now because obviously with the negative media affectation from the Chinese crackdown of mining, right? And also the consecutive 4 negative news that we've had so far, which subsequently drive this Y in terms of the standard deviation spectrum perspective, right? And you could see that the RSI is right now is highly oversold. We're basically at the earth crust right now. So, but for us to like recuperate and form more of like a scoop, like a spoon type of scoop up momentum going forward, we need to sell down a little bit more to test the 1920 or the $1,916 level to be more exact, right? And I think by then we should deplete most of the power on the RSI, basically highly oversold that we hit the earth crust. That by that point, as we are heading towards Thursday, with the anticipations of the options market on how it's going to be expiring going forward, that's basically a binary factor that we don't know which way it's going to go yet. But I think based on just today affectation from the equity market, tomorrow we might have some sell-off from the equity side, knowing the fact that we pumped up so much today already with the Michelle Bowman speech, and also with respect to some positive affectations across just the EV sector as well, which there's a lot of propensity going towards the high growth EV stocks as well, which subsequently drive some purchasing power on that front. That the reversal for Ethereum and for Bitcoin on the crypto aspects should be reversing shortly. So that's where I see going forward. And Friday is a more of a affectation with respect to the weekend affectation, also with the another catalyst with the expiry that we need to look out for. So to dollar cost average, to risk mitigate, you need to have cash balance, right? So that's why I suggest you doing. I would be cautious about buying in today because I think we do have some room for us to fall down to the $19-20 again, right? And if we break the 19-20, I think we have a room fall back down to the again, right, the resistance level that I've drew before, the 1750, and potentially even hit below the 1750 to go about like the 1697 or somewhere around these regions again, like the low 1700s, because the level that's of the substantiveness at that consolidation level is relatively strong. So for us to get there, that will just be another retest before a rally upcoming. Do we see us going down all the way to the 1581? I think the likelihood of us getting there would be relatively low, knowing the fact that we have such a wide spread on the MACD right now. For us to spread that even wider, that would be unlikely, knowing the fact that the cross is already doing for such a long time now. And also on top of the fact that RSI is already very depleted to the ground. We're basically at the earth crust right now. We're kind of digging a hole right now. That for us to dig a even deeper hole would just not make any sense at the moment right now. So it needs to self-correct going forward. I do see some more sell-off coming to like the 1920, consolidate, and then should rebound from there. And if not, we have a negative affectation coming on Friday. We might retest the 1720, potentially even hit the 1581 if something really negative on the options market side, right? On top of the affectation from the weekend. So we are foreseeing some more of like a consecutive triple whammy effect again on top of the quadruple whammy that we're already experiencing in the last 4 consecutive negative media affectation. So just to recap on the numbers that we have here, I think the fair number would be to buy at somewhere around like the $1860 level. But again, that's like a level of a slight consolidation, not that substantive, but that's a level that if you think long term, they'll be fine, right? It's a fair level to buy in. But if you want to be more substantive, right, be a little bit more risk averse, 1750 definitely is a great level that I bought at. I bought 5 Ethereum from there. But aggregately, I bought in total about 12 in total historically, and also on top of the previous purchase that I did, right? But with respect to 1580, contingent on the negative affectations on Friday from the option expiry and the weekend affectation that we might be seeing, and also with respect to maybe even more black swan news that we'll be having consecutively now. We've been having 4 consecutive bad news, that we might have some selling pressure, right? And also remember the anti-correlation effects for the equity market as well. So today is a green day in the equity market, so tomorrow might be a sell day for the equity market, but Friday might propel up. So that could drive another negative affectation towards the crypto market. However, if you think long term, 20% corporate adoption, $9,800 in 12 months from now. If you buy it at the 1860, 5.3 times your money from here. So that's it for there. Respect my technical analysis on Ethereum ticket ETH. I know I'm being redundant. It's my second video on talking about the same topic again. I just want to make sure that I give you guys that peace of mind, that clarity, that transparency that you guys are looking for to formalize your trades going forward in the logical perspective rather than using your emotions, right? And feel free to reach out if you have any questions again, right? I'm always really relatively responsive overall, right? But have a great rest of the day and great rest of the week going forward. You'll probably see me again tomorrow posting more videos on Ethereum. It gives me that peace of mind, also give you that peace of mind, which is the goal that we try to hit going forward. So really appreciate it. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye.